Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Group. I'm your host Ryan, and today we're going to be having a little preview at the main event match at Triplemania. So that is AAA and WWE are doing a Triplemania pay-per-view, which is on tonight or early hours in the morning if you're in the UK like myself. It's going to be on WWE's YouTube channel. Now I have scanned the matches, and to be honest with you, I'm going to be 100% honest, the only one I'm actually interested in watching is, of course, the main event, so I'll probably just skip through and watch that. There's a lot of wrestling on this weekend I've got to get through. Obviously New Japan's got the G1 final is tomorrow as well. I've still got to catch up on Pro Wrestling Noah from earlier today. So there's a hell of a lot of wrestling to try and get through. Of course, AEW Collision's on tonight as well. So, having a look at the main event, it's going to be for the Mega Championships, so the AAA Mega Championships. That is their highest belt, the world title in the company. It's currently held by El Hijo de Vikingo, or you might just know him as obviously Vikingo. He's held the title for a little while now. He won it off Alberto El Patron, or Alberto Del Rio, as you'll know him. Obviously, if you're a WWE fan, you know, WWE, when they acquired AAA, wanted to get the belt off him as soon as possible. Obviously, with his dark and troubled past, they wanted to get the belt off him. They put it on Vikingo, because obviously, if you've ever watched Vikingo work, you'll know he's a phenomenal talent. He's massively over with fans. The only problem is the actual Mexican fans weren't happy with the decision to take the belt off Alberto and put it on Vikingo, which is strange, but there you go. They're not too impressed. But Vikingo is in his second reign as world champ. I think his first reign was over 700 days. It was like something like 730 days, something like that. And, you know, he's, like I say, he's a phenomenal talent. He's great. You've probably seen him at the last AAA event that they did. Was it Worlds Collide? Done the Worlds Collide pay-per-view, didn't he? And he was on that. I've watched him for years. I watched him, obviously, when he's come in and out of AEW, you know, his matches with the likes of Kenny Omega, which is brilliant. When he went over to TNA and wrestled in TNA for a while too. And then, obviously, the matches that he has had on previous Triplemanias that I've watched via the Fight app or Chiller TV as it is now. Obviously, the others in the match we've got is El Grande Americano, which, I'll be honest, not a big fan of the gimmick. Not a fan at all. I think it's done as, obviously it was a bit of a joke in that at the beginning, and it's taken on a life of its own now. You know, they've even had more than one person wrestle under the mask. You know, originally it was Chad Gable, and then it became Ludwig Kaiser. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit silly for me. I'm not a fan of it, and I really, really hope that the gimmick ends very soon. I think it's held back Chad Gable yet again, similar to like what the Shorty G character was. They really just want him to be a comedy joke instead of, you know, a technical masterpiece, which is obviously what he could be given the chance. And then you've got Dragon Lee, who of course used to be in AEW and left and went to the NXT. Has had some decent matches in WWE since going there, but he's quite a lot of stop starting, isn't he? He's not really, you know, he's not one of them that's pushed on and on and on. He's quite stop-start. I have to admit, like, his name falls in and out of my head at times because he's not on as consistent as I'd like him to be. He's a good talent, though. And, of course, then we've got Dominik Mysterio, who obviously has just beaten AJ Styles. He beat AJ to retain the Intercontinental Championship. You know, he's red hot at the moment. He's one of the biggest things probably in WWE at the moment. He's a great heel. He's doing some really great work and doing a lot of throwback stuff to the old Latino Heat version of Eddie Guerrero. you know, from like his Mamacita days and stuff like that, you know, with the tash and the hair, you know. But it's done really good. It's done in good taste. To be honest with you, I think Dominik now is at the point where he could push on and leave Judgment Day and go out on his own, because I think he's doing really good things at the moment. You know, he turned up obviously at AAA not too long ago, and attacked Vikingo with the title, you know, which obviously led to him being in this match. To be honest with you, I'd probably say Dominik Mysterio is the favourite in this match. You know, I don't know whether WWE, because obviously it's WWE's idea of what to do with AAA right now. That's why obviously they've owned the company, so it's up to them what they do with it. And which is why the fans did turn on Vikingo getting the belts instead of Alberto, because it was a WWE decision, it wasn't a AAA decision. So I don't know whether WWE are going to then try and rectify that by taking the belt back off Vikingo, because I can't see Vikingo turning heel. He's not really one of them wrestlers that you could see being a bad guy. He's like a Rey Mysterio in that effect. And obviously, it's a fatal four-way, so Dom could easily just slide in the last second, fling someone out, take the pin. I think, isn't that what he did at WrestleMania? I'm sure that's what I can't remember now. Sure, isn't that what he did at WrestleMania, didn't he? Didn't he like sneak in and grab the pin right at the end? I'm sure he did. For the IC title, because I think he pinned Finn Balor, didn't he? But yeah, I'd have no problem, to be honest, with Dominik becoming the AAA champion. It sounds silly that I'm saying that, because obviously like the belt's been held by like great wrestlers, like Kenny Omega, you know, like say Vikingo, Penta, you know, some big names. Do you know what's surprising that Penta and Rey Fenix aren't on this card, by the way? It's a damn shame, to be fair. Whether there is a tag team or even in singles matches, both of them should be on this card, and I feel like it's a bit of a letdown that they're not. But anyway, that's a different thing. But yeah, I'd say Dominik Mysterio, I'm probably going to say, gets the win here. I feel like the WWE fans are going to take to Vikingo, as they should. He's a great talent. But right now, the AAA crowd just isn't. I feel like WWE might flip that on its head, put the belt on Dominik. Plus, it makes him even more cocky, arrogant. It makes him more of a heel, as well as if he takes that title, as well as having the IC. So, yeah, that's my prediction for the main event at Triplemania. Like I say, probably not going to watch the rest, so I'm not going to do a full predictions. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on the main event. So, obviously, if you can let me know your predictions in the comment section below. You can predict the rest of the matches, that's fine. Let me know who you think's going to walk away with the AAA Mega Championship. I think it's going to be Dominik Mysterio. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe to the wrestling group today.